Speaking of protecting the revolution and speaking of violence, Antifa, the terror cells, the communist terror cells that have been operating in America for a very, very, very long time. You know what they do. They murder, they vandalize, they do all the horrible street animal things that Democrats want them to do. And that's actually the point of this. Remember, Democrats want this to happen. The reason you did not see widespread condemnation of Charlie Kirk's assassination is because Democrats view it as a good thing. They want you to be afraid for your welfare. They want Republican politicians afraid for their welfare. They like their street animals. Think of communist street animals like bodyguards. It's useful. You cross me, you might get hurt. You cross me, you might get hurt. They like them. For instance, Chuck Todd. You see, Donald Trump recently, I think it was yesterday, designated Antifa as a terrorist organization, which of course it is. But Antifa is really beneficial for Democrats. Chuck Todd came out after this and said this.
Where they're going to try to create a new classification for anybody on the left who opposes Trump as somehow a member of Antifa and a terrorist.
Yes.
Like, this is coming. I don't think there's any the problem, like, I don't even know what Antifa is. I know what the definition.
I don't even know what Antifa is, which is interesting because back in 2017, Chuck Todd interviewed this guy.
Mark Bray, you are writing this book, Antifa, the Anti-Fascist Handbook. Explain this movement and its roots. Mark Bray is a Dartmouth professor who has studied the Antifa anti-fascist movement. Antifa is a far-left political movement that argues it's necessary to confront hate groups, sometimes with force. Professor.
So Chuck Todd does know what Antifa is. But if he knows what it is, why would he say this?
Where they're going to try to create a new classification for anybody on the left who opposes Trump as somehow a member of Antifa and a terrorist. Like, this is coming. I don't think there's any the problem, like, I don't even know what Antifa is.
Let's skip past all the dissembling, shall we? Chuck Todd knows what Antifa is, and Chuck Todd and the communists like Antifa. Antifa is a useful tool for them because violence is a useful tool for the communist, and he views it as a necessary tool. They've all written about it. All the long-established communists have written about how violence is necessary. Violence is necessary. We have to have violence to push the revolution forward. Antifa commits those acts of violence. Elite communists like Chuck Todd get to wash their hands of it. Now that Antifa is in trouble being designated a terrorist organization, Chuck Todd has to come out and act like it's some nameless, faceless group and very confusing. He doesn't even really know what it is. Chuck Todd is lying. The truth is Chuck Todd knows exactly what it is. He knows exactly what they do. He knows why they do it, and he wants them to do it. It's so hard for good people to understand that when Democrats see your shop get a brick thrown through the window, a Molotov cocktail chucked inside of it, and you getting your face bashed off the concrete, they like it. They look at that and they think to themselves, well, that's how the revolution has to go. We can't burn down the country without people getting hurt. There are going to be people hurt. There are going to be people murdered. There are going to be shops damaged and vandalized. And they view it as not even a necessary evil, just a necessary thing. It's part of it. Granted, in the end, as with every communist revolution, as soon as they're done taking total power, they'll take all the street animals out and shoot them and throw them in ditches. That's what Mao did with the Red Guard. As soon as the communist revolution, the cultural revolution was over there, he just took them all in the countryside and shot them all. But for now, they are necessary. Chuck Todd, Joe Biden, all of them, they know what Antifa is, and they like them. They're useful thugs.